We're driving a 2024 Genesis GV80. Coming up, a 2025 GV80 is on the way. Is it worth waiting? And is this thing a bargain-priced BMW X5? That's right, 2 teases in one video. Let's begin with interior. Yes, this is the fanciest possible trim of GV80, the Prestige Signature trim. Napa leather seating and suede headliner.
From top to bottom, it looks and feels luxe.
You talking about me or the car?
Well, we can talk about that later. I love the look of this open pore wood and the metallic accents.
And also color. You got this tan and then this very kind of dark blue thing going on.
I wouldn't choose it for myself, but I like that it's a little bit different. Everything feels soft, even parts you wouldn't expect, like down here on the door. Why is that soft?
I didn't realize it, but my knees have all along needed a diamond-stitched leather knee pad.
Adjacent to that knee pad is some under console storage and a power port.
You can hold hands with your sweetie through the thing if you're so inclined. Now, do you want to hold hands in the phone zone? Bring it in here, sweetie. Yeah, there we go. One challenge, the USB ports are inset a bit, so a little awkward if you're big-handed. Then we got a center console here, a reasonable amount of space for storing stuff.
As for door storage, there's a nice spot to put your phone up here, but the lower storage is small. The seats are not as soft as I would expect, but supportive. I'm not noticing any pressure points. When you put it into sport mode, the seats do give you a little hug, so they are more supportive when you're driving sportily.
I put it in sport mode and I am getting that hug, but it's a kind of a mid-torso hug. I wouldn't mind a little bit more hug in the shoulder region. That is not an open invitation to hug me in the shoulder region. I don't know, I could use a hug. Second row seating is generous. Plenty of room for my average frame, 5'10", with a long torso. One weird bit about the Prestige Signature trim that we've got here is that it has second row captain's chair. So we've only got a max capacity of 4 in this particular GV80. It makes me think we should have maybe one less friend, because I like those second row seats. Power recline them and slide them and all that kind of stuff. And it is a testament to my vanity that we have vanity mirrors back there, so I can always check the situation.
Why is that a testament to your vanity? Did they do it for you?
I'm assuming they did, which is a testament to my vanity. There is a third row option, but only in the 3.5 advanced trim. Moving to the cargo area, we've got 34.9 cubic feet, quite competitive for the category, although technically you can get more cargo space in a new CR-V, but still a lot of space to work with back there for a family of our size. We've got the power folding second row seats.
A generous underfloor area that also has a space to store the cargo cover.
When I was looking in that underfloor area, I noticed there is a tire repair kit. I would prefer a spare. For easier cargo access, they've got the smart liftgate. If you have the key in your pocket, just go stand back there for 3 seconds and the liftgate will automatically open. Now, sweetie, do you want to regale everybody with a tale of installing the booster seat?
The first time I tried to install it, I couldn't get it to snap in. The latch points are not covered, but they are nestled deep in there. The second time I tried to install it on camera so I could complain about it, it was easy. I don't know.
And then, kiddo, any issues getting in and out of the GV80?
It's not too high, but it is a little bit high, and I do like that there's a little step there.
As for safety, the GV80 rates high. It is a 5-star overall rated vehicle from the NHTSA, and the IIHS have named it a top safety pick. Plus, a full suite of active driver assist comes standard, and you have 10 airbags, also standard. Family, what do we think? Is the GV80 family friendly?
With a base price over $50,000, it is rich family friendly.
Rear window test. Almost all the way down. Ish. Boop. Armrest test. Driving in a comfortable 8 and 4, I have easy access to the inboard and outboard armrests. Everything in here is soft, but underneath this layer of softness, there is a layer of hardness. I feel like there's a metaphor about life there or something. I'm going to go 55% inboard, 75% outboard. No, 83% outboard. Hey, would you like to see more videos like this where we review cars as a family, plus the occasional helicopter adventure? If you would, you are welcome to subscribe. Style!
I love that long hood with the big grille, and the way there's that flat part above the headlights. It just looks super posh. No?
Sure. I also think that the twin light bar motif that Genesis has throughout their entire lineup works really well. You wouldn't think two lines could be that versatile, but they really are. We have the optional power door closing feature. I'm kind of not sure what the purpose is of that. Is it classy to not pull on a door that hard? One critique, the Genesis GV80 offers very few paint colors that are not extra cost. If you're wondering, our Matterhorn white paint job is $1,500.
I really like this color.
Oh,
I
no.
never like a white car. Matte, but it's also sparkly. It feels really special.
Great, as your tastes change, they get more expensive. So now it's like, well, I gotta get the luxury car. Like now we gotta get the special paint job. Sweetie, you've changed, man. We're feeling pretty positive about the style of the GV80. But what do you think? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Tell us in the comments. In motion. Ride quality in the Genesis GV80 is plush and serene. To help us out with that added bit of comfort, we've got the Prestige trim, which gives us the adaptive dampers. So if I'm in comfort mode here, it's going to be a little bit softer, a little more cush. You can tighten that up by going over here to sport mode. I am impressed with that we have a comfortable ride given the fact that we're riding on 22-inch wheels. Get rid of that sidewall and things tend to get a little bit firmer. I also find interior noise to be well controlled. Overall steering ratio is 14.14 to 1, which is reasonably swift. But as I turn here, I'm not filled with glee. Is that the word I'm looking for? Exactly. Why can't they tune a car to make me gleeful like an 8-year-old girl?
Be happy.
Look, it's my inner 8-year-old girl. And the first car company to make me feel like that, you get my money. Genesis mentions that it has a variable gear ratio for the steering, and what I'm interpreting that is that it's a little slower on center, and then as you get farther off center, the ratio speeds up a little bit. So you have stability at speed, and then agility when you're going through corners, a feature I call stagility. So in comfort mode, you really don't notice the gear changes. They're just very like sleek, silky, seductive.
Oh.
Sorry. Went on a tangent there. Put it over into sport mode, they become more of events. To appease my curiosity, I'm gonna put it in comfort and then floored. Whee! There was like one Mississippi and then we got some hard pull. The version of GV80 we're driving has the optional 3.5 liter turbocharged V6, and if I floor it there, that feels pretty swift. I don't expect many GV80 buyers to ever take their vehicles off-road, but for those that do, you got 8.1 inches of ground clearance to work with. More realistically, like for our situation, that ground clearance will come in handy, let's say it's snowy and you don't want to go dragging the front end across unplowed roads. That's what I think about driving the GV80, but what does Sweetie think? Evie's at the wheel. You have to pull us out of here. Look at all the visibility you've got.
Yay!
How's that off the line acceleration feel?
I like it.
You said that like that one dude from RoboCop.
I haven't seen that movie, so...
Well, he was talking about like a really big gun, but it's kind of the same essence. Was that confident acceleration or was it scary?
That was confident acceleration. I really appreciate being able to get out ahead of traffic.
Is my perception off, or are you driving through these corners more quickly than normal?
I know you didn't have fun, but my 8-year-old girl is saying, whee!
I love it.
And I wonder what that disconnect is. I feel like I find vehicles fun that you don't.
What you're experiencing here isn't like asking anything of you. It's just like, oh, it's going exactly where I expect, and that feels great. Whereas I want to manage something.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Any issues with visibility?
Visibility is good all around.
If we were in the market for a premium midsize SUV, is there any game killers that would keep you from driving this thing?
Are you going to buy me the expensive paint job?
I think we may have found a game killer.
Whoa. Whoa.
Sounds like Sweetie likes the GV80. I'm getting back in the driver's seat. In total, we have a comfortable, serenely tuned vehicle which should align well with the requirements of people who are buying this kind of SUV. Let's move forward to remarks. Infotainment! We have a standard 14.5-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, high mounted and wide, very close to the driver's gaze.
It's easy to access through either this knob or the touchscreen. There are these shortcut buttons here. There is the knob, tune and volume rollers.
And notice that the texture here matches the texture on the pedals. I love a cohesive design. The good thing about having multiple entry points is that you can use whichever one you prefer. It's not like you have to use this one or this one or this one. In the gauge cluster zone, there is a standard 8-inch screen, but then higher up trims get this optional 12.3-inch screen with a 3D function. We really don't like that. Going from outside in the real world to here, by the time you've kind of got your head around the 3D-ness of it, you really should be looking back out there again. If it were us, we'd be fine with just a standard 8-inch screen. And if you prefer to enhance rather than detract from your vision, may I suggest Flying Eyes Eyewear. Here are some of their ophthalmic lines. I don't need them because I have 20/20 vision. Patented Resilimite construction makes them durable, flexible, and lightweight, making them perfect for pilots, motorcyclists, or even normal human beings. If you're curious, there's a link in the description that explains more about Flying Eyes. Now, in the beginning of the video, we teased that there is a 2025 version of the Genesis GV80 coming soon, and we were going to tell you if it's worth waiting for. First, the exterior. Guess which one is the Restyle 2025? Did you guess right? Be honest. It's not a huge difference for 2025 versus 24. There's an updated grille, headlamps, and fascias. Inside, there's now one big screen where previously there were two screens, and they've updated the shifter. For us, we are fine with the dual screen setup, and I think the exterior of the 2024 looks perfectly wonderful. Since we're cheap, we'd probably try and get a deal on a 2024 rather than waiting for the 2025. Conversely, better is better. 2025 yourself if you're so inclined. Another good reason to wait for 2025 is that they are introducing a Genesis GV80 Coupe. So if you like less cargo and more style in your premium SUV, consider the 2025 Genesis GV80 Coupe. If you remember at the beginning of the video, I double teased this video, which is a rare occasion.
Let's move on.
The question is this a bargain-priced alternative to a BMW X5? For the cheapest all-wheel drive trims of each model, the GV80 is about $3,000 less expensive. So it is a bargain, and it's also better equipped. But $3K is not nearly as much as you might expect going from a BMW to a Genesis. So yeah, it is a bargain, but not to the degree you'd imagine. Okay, let's talk engine choices. The base engine is a 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder turbo. And then there's the 3.5-liter V6 turbo that we've got in our tester. With either engine, max power comes with premium fuel. Both engines come standard with all-wheel drive and that 8-speed automatic transmission. Both engines also max out at 6,000 pounds for tow.
Sweetie.
What?
Will you share our trim recommendation?
I guess, I don't know. I mean, should I try and see the road first? Oh, good, there it is. Our trim recommendation is which trim will give you the essential GV80 features you would regret not getting, but at the lowest possible price. The base GV80 trim is great. It's got wood trim on the inside, leatherette seating, heated power front seats, a wireless phone charger, and smart key access, though I really wish smart key access on the GV80 included a sensor for the rear doors. The base trim gives you everything you need, plus a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. If you're ready to buy a GV80 of your very own, click the KBB pricing link in the description below to know what your current car is worth for trade-in and what you should pay for a GV80. For competitors, the GV80 is cheaper than the Audi Q7 or BMW X5, but a cheaper alternative than the GV80 would be the Lexus RX. Did we miss any remarks? If so, tell us in the comments section. And now it is our daughter's time to shine. Kiddo, can you tell us what is your favorite feature in the Genesis GV80?
The relax button that puts that seat forward and this seat back.
It is a one-touch way to immediately demand comfort and get it with satisfaction. I demand to be relaxed. What a weird way to end the video. Family, I think we've done a good job reviewing the Genesis GV80, except for that thing I just said. May I have a 5 and a 5? And you, come get your high five. Bam!